Hey everyone, my name is Andrew Halseth and I'm your instructor for this class. It's Stat 300 and Stat 10, Introduction to Probability and Statistics. I go by Mr. H, and I'm just sitting here in my backyard and thought I'd give you a little introduction to the class and take you on a little tour of what to expect throughout the semester. Hope all is well with you. Thanks for signing up for my class. I'm super excited to start a new semester. I really like statistics and teaching it. It's a cool subject and I like how it applies to a lot of real world problems and can be directly applied to a lot of fields of study. So hopefully you find it useful and interesting. Anyway, let's get going here. I'm going to share my screen. And let's first actually take a look at this. This is the ARC homepage you've probably seen before. So if you go to that, arc.losrios.edu, that's where you can log into Canvas. And then once you log into Canvas, you can access my Canvas page. It should pop up for you. Just Stat 300, I put them both into one, so you don't have to go into a separate Stat 10 Canvas page. One word of note about Los Rios Gmail while we're here. If I send any emails, it will go to the account you have on record with the school, which is typically your Los Rios Gmail account. If you have a different email that you would prefer to use, you can change that. You can put the email that you prefer so that you don't miss anything from me. To do that on this ARC homepage, just click on student resources. So I click on that, go to student resources, and then in the menu here, you'll see this Google Apps and preferred email. And that will give you instructions on how to change your email to one that you prefer. Also, this student resource page has a lot of good information about resources that the college offers. So you might want to explore that to see about tutoring and support services and that sort of thing. Otherwise, let's jump to the Canvas page. So here's what your Canvas page will look like. Might be a little different because this is the instructor view, but it's similar as far as what's available. So definitely read through this front page. It has my contact info and then how to get the class started. So take a look at that for sure. And then I'll go through some of these menu items. The first one is announcements. So I'll be sending out a lot of announcements, at least one per week, with due dates, reminders, helpful tips, important information about exams. So you definitely want to be getting those. So check them frequently in Canvas. If you want an email reminder that I posted a new announcement, make sure in your account settings. So if you click on that little circle for your account, you'll see notifications. If I click on notifications, I can just make sure that I'm getting email notifications. So here it's under announcements. You'll be notified immediately if I put a new announcement, just an email about it. Okay, so you can set that how you want it, so that you're staying up to date with the class. So announcements, yeah, lots of stuff there. The next thing is MyLab and Mastering. That's where you're going to set up your MyLab account. So if you click on that and then refer to page 8 in the syllabus, it'll walk you through setting it up. You can pay for it right there with credit card or PayPal if you prefer. If you do it that way, I think it gives you two options, a 24-month or an 18-week subscription. 18-week is all you need. It's the cheaper option. You can do the 24-month if you want to. If you're thinking you might have to take this class again, you might want to go 24-month, but probably most people will just do the 18, I'm thinking. Or you can buy the material in the bookstore. That one has the 18-week option, and do it that way as well. Okay, so it's up to you. I think actually if you do it with a credit card, it's a little cheaper than the bookstore, but another option is to go onto Amazon and see if you can find even a cheaper option, but just make sure that the ISBN number matches to the one in the syllabus, or else it won't work. Right, so that's important. The next thing is modules. The only thing here under modules are all of the notes and the videos for the semester. So if I click on notes, I've created a packet of notes for each chapter. So if you can, I would print those out. And because what I do in the videos is I just go through those notes. So if you have them in front of you as I'm going through the videos and you can take your own notes, that's the best way. You'll see I have notes and then I have completed, so where I've actually written answers and solutions to the problems I go through on the notes. So you have access to both of those, okay? The videos are all the videos I've created for this class, but playing music, why is that? All right, let's not do that. These are here just if you want to rewatch some, because actually all the videos are in my lab, right, in the course list, which I'll show you in a second, but they're here as well, all in one spot in case you wanted to rewatch some of them. Okay, so they start with chapter 2. We do chapter 1. However, I didn't create any videos for chapter 1. I just used the publisher videos for chapter 1. Okay, discussions is the next item. There's 5 of them throughout the semester, so watch out for email and announcement reminders about when discussion posts are due. The first one is introductions, and that's not available until next week. Discussions are a cool way just so that you can get some contact and some discussions going with fellow students in the class and see who else is here and taking the class, and maybe create some study groups if possible and that sort of thing, right? So online environment, it's a little weird. We're not all in one room together, so we have to kind of improvise here and try some different things so that we can communicate. Okay. Otherwise, everything is just kind of on your own pace. So there's no meeting times, it's asynchronous. So you're going to be watching the videos on your own schedule and doing the homework on your own schedule with weekly deadlines. Quizzes in Canvas, there's only one. If I click on that, it's just the syllabus quiz, and then we're never going to use this again. Okay. There are quizzes, but they're in my lab for the remainder of the class. Okay, but just make sure to get this one done by January 21st to stay in the class. And then there's Confer Zoom. If we ever want to do a Zoom meeting, if you need some help, we can use that function. And then some resources throughout the campus, especially some tutoring, right? If you want some tutoring, check out ARC Tutoring. Okay, so that's Canvas. One other thing, over here, you'll see View Calendar. It will also give you what's due coming up, but you can always click on your calendar for this class. It takes a little while, but eventually it pops up, and it will show you what's due throughout the semester. Right, so that way you're not missing anything. Go here, and you'll see mostly, besides those first orientation assignments, you'll see things due Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. and ordered tasks 1 through whatever. Okay, so you just go down the list. Once you've completed them all, you're good to go for the week. So it's a nice way where you won't miss anything, hopefully. Okay, let's go to my lab. So typically how you get there, oops, didn't mean to do that. You just click on My Lab and Mastering. When you do that, it should just pop up to this page, which has your assignments list, and everything you're going to do throughout the semester except for discussions, which are in Canvas, will be here. Okay. You'll notice there's that orientation right at the beginning, and then you'll have these Stat 10 assignments throughout the semester. Those are designed to give you a little pre-practice with math before you jump into the statistics. So maybe things on rounding or percentages or fractions or formulas, just a little practice before you jump into the stats, okay? Those typically don't have videos assigned with them. If you struggle with them, let me know and I can give you some extra assistance. Otherwise, notice how it alternates video, homework, video, homework. So when you go to watch a video, you'll just see a list. There might be more than one. This one just has one. Watch that video, you get credit for it. It's like counts for points. And then you jump right to the homework after that. Again, like I said, chapter 1 is the only one where it's not me, it's the publisher. Otherwise, once you get to chapter 2, you'll see my handouts and me going through them on my iPad, basically. Okay. When you get to homework, let's jump to one a little further in the semester, like 2.3 or something. When you see this is kind of what homework looks like. This one has 18 problems. Notice there is a deduction if you do it after the deadline. It's 10% per day. So try to get them done by the deadline so you get full credit, but you can still access after the deadline for partial credit. And that's per question. So if you got 17 of the questions done before the deadline and you just didn't get to 18 yet, and you do that like on the Monday after the due date, then you'll get 90% credit for that one question. So it's not a whole lot of deduction there just for that one question. So definitely still do it. Just do it soon because it's 10% per day. All right, you're on the clock after that deadline passes. Okay, let's take a look at a question. All right, this one we got to do something here in some statistic thing, but let's just guess just to see what happens. Right, 1. Okay, so if you missed the question, it'll give you maybe a little hint, and then you can try again. 2. All right. Nope, and it still let me try again. How about 3? No. Okay, so if you don't get it right, it will tell you the correct answer after you've missed it 3 times. And then you don't get credit for that question, right? Notice it's just a little red corner there. It tells you the right answer in that box. If you click on the box, it tells you what you answered. This one has multiple parts, so I just keep on going and maybe just guess on this one. All right, final check. I missed that one as well. Okay, and then et cetera, as you go through. It'll tell you the right answer now and what you put. Okay, so you're gonna go through that one. Now, if you do the whole thing, and you want to use, so now I don't have credit for this, you want to get credit for it, a box down below will appear and I'll say similar exercise. If you click on that, then it'll give you a brand new one. And you do that one right, you get full credit. Okay, now this one you've already started missing, you're like, oh, I don't even want to finish this. I just want to redo a new one so I can get full credit. Just click on question help and then help me solve this. All right, because if you click on help me solve this, it won't give you credit for that problem and it'll give you a new one automatically. So you can kind of look through this and you don't even have to do it. You could just hit close and then a new one will pop up and now you can do this one. Okay, so this red X means you don't have credit for this question yet. Now you do this one right, you'll have credit. Okay, so, and if you're really struggling, use this question help me solve this, or view an example. Just view a different example that's similar to the one you're working on, or a video that pertains to this section, animation that pertains to this section. Click on textbook, it'll open the textbook up right to that section 2.3. StatCrunch we'll get to later. That's our computer program that we'll be using. Or ask my instructor. If you want to ask me a question about this problem, click that, type it in, say, I don't really get this. This is what I got. This is what the computer's telling me, what's going on, and I'll respond immediately. That's helpful for me because it gives me the problem you're working on. Everybody gets different numbers. So if I know your numbers, it'll help me to answer your questions. Okay, and that's homework. So, you'll get used to it. It's a pretty cool program. Helps to get a lot of practice. You could try lots of different problems and start learning this material. Okay, otherwise, if we go down the line here, some other things, you have your grade book. Anytime you want to know your grade for this class, go here, My Lab gradebook, not Canvas. My Lab is the official grade. They might be a little different, so go to this one. And it's whatever percentage is in here, and you can click show calculation for a categorical breakdown. StatCrunch we'll get to later. eText, there's your textbook. So you don't need the physical textbook. You have it here in your MyLab. Okay, if you want a physical textbook because you like that, I would recommend just getting an older edition. Go on to Amazon and maybe get like a 5th or 6th edition. This is the 7th we're doing. It'll be this pretty much the same thing, but a lot cheaper. Okay. And then the only other thing that might be worth looking at is this multimedia library. It's per section. So let's say you're doing that 2.3 because you're really stuck. I don't get it, 2.3. So let's see what this program has to offer. All right. So I just select all, find now, and it gives me all these things, right? There's a video, right? This is a publisher video as opposed to mine. So if mine didn't help, I'm not offended. Just go look at theirs. Maybe that'll help a little more. There's the textbook. There's some applets and animation. There's a PowerPoint. All sorts of things that can possibly help you through the material. Okay. Otherwise, the only other thing I didn't mention that I should is exams. Exams will be in MyLab, and they'll appear when they come up. There's 2 of them. There's a midterm and a final. The midterm's on chapters 1 through 5 and happens around week 9. Check the syllabus for that. And then the final is chapters 6 through 10. So just this last half, not the full semester, last half. And that happens at the end of the semester. Those are big points, 300 each. Otherwise, the grading breakdowns all in the syllabus. That's 1,000 points, and you can see the breakdowns in there. All right. So hopefully that helps, gives you a little introduction of who I am and how this class is going to be progressing. If you ever get stuck, please communicate with me, email me. I'm here to help, and we'll get through this. Okay, 2021, here we go. Let's hope this semester goes well. And thanks for signing up for my class, and I'll be talking to you soon. Okay, bye.